the more mistakes we make, the bigger the need to quit is gonna be. Hello, fellow dancers. Welcome to the episode number 1 of the Addicted to Shimmy podcast show. This is Sol Calderon. I've been dancing for 17 years. I'm a certified dance instructor, and I've been dancing different belly dance styles and other dance styles as well. And today I want to talk to you about a very unspoken topic in the dance world, is how to keep dancing through adversity. You know, sometimes on social media we just share happy moments when we are having fun, when we are doing great, when we are experiencing like positive events in our lives. And sometimes, always, life is not like that, you know. There is ups and downs. I like this. I like what Tony Robbins says about life, and he says something like this: prepare for winter, because winter is coming. So that means that he talks about that we have 2 seasons in life. We have summer, when everything is good, everything is fun, and we have this life balance with family, job, or your business, health. Everything is good financially. That's summer. And winter is when we are having a hard time going through life. It could be financially. It could be that we lost someone, divorce, etc. No matter what that is, we always have winters in our life. So, coming back to the topic, sometimes we're going through adversity and we think that we should quit dancing because there is no room for that anymore. So, I want to share with you my personal experience. I started dancing in 2006. And a couple of months later, I got pregnant for the first time. You know, when you're new, you don't know what to do, and it's a little overwhelming. It's exciting too, but let's be honest. And I thought, I'm enjoying this. I was enjoying my dance journey. My dance journey, it was just starting. And I was like, I don't want to quit. So I came back to dance as soon as my baby was born, my first daughter. And I remember that I went back to dance like 30 days after I gave birth. Then in 2009, I gave birth to my second girl. Then in 2010, I moved to Japan for a year. Then in 2015, I moved to the States. And I remember that I was having a lot of fun dancing ITS and ATS with Dorian, my dear friend Dorian in Mexico, when I moved to the States. And I moved to this town where they didn't have the belly dance at all. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? So I got these DVDs, the volumes of all the learning process with from Carolina Nericchio, and that was the way that I was dancing by myself, because I couldn't find any place around where I could keep dancing this dance style. So in 2019, I went back to Mexico. In 2020, I came back to the States, and I moved to Georgia. And 5-6 months ago, I moved back to Tennessee. So why am I telling you this? Because sometimes you might think, well, who are you to tell me not to quit dancing? Well, I've been through so much. Oh, I forgot to mention that I went through my divorce in 2020. And I think that year was the one that I was dancing the most. So, yeah, sometimes we think I don't have time anymore for dance. Dance is not for me. I don't have the resources, financial resources to afford dance. You know, sometimes we just feel like it's not for us anymore and we just want to quit. And today I'm here to tell you the reasons why you shouldn't quit and how you can do this. To me, it has been hard. It has been almost like mission impossible to keep dancing. Sometimes I've been dancing by myself for a couple of years. Sometimes I have had to try a different dance style. I danced hip hop and urban dances not long ago. When I was in Mexico, I didn't have a troupe, but I was dancing with my dear friend Dorian, but she works a lot, like 10 hours, 12 hours shifts. So we used to dance, I think, twice a month, but I needed to dance more. I had that need. So I joined this group of teenagers, and I hadn't danced hip hop in my life before, and I tried it, and let me tell you that I loved it. So yeah, there's always room to try something new, to keep going, to keep dancing and having fun. It wasn't easy though, because teenagers have a lot of energy, flexibility, coordination, very good physical condition. They are very strong. They were between 15 and 20 years old, and I was the only one adult. That was 2 years ago, so I was 43, And sometimes it's the limiting beliefs that tells you that you are not good for that because of your age, because of your body, because of your job, because you don't have time, etc. So it doesn't matter. If you want to do something, you're going to find a way. Okay, so coming back to the topic, sometimes we are moving, we experience a lot of different stages in our lives, and it can be overwhelming. It can feel like, no, I cannot do this. For example, this podcast, I thought, how in the world I'm going to do a podcast in English, because English is my second language. So the limiting beliefs were there telling me, no, you cannot do this. And I was inspired by my coach, Pedro Sculian. He's a self-made multi-millionaire. He owns 7-8 companies. He's an immigrant as well. And when you hear him to speak in English, his English is perfect, but it's not because he has been in his house waiting for opportunity. So he's doing what he has to do. So that's why I'm here. I'm open to receive feedback, criticism, or whatever is going to happen here, because that's the only way that we grow. So if we don't expose ourselves, if we don't do hard things, we get stuck in life. So yeah, I was like, what if they don't like it? What if they don't understand my accent? What if they criticize me? What if? There is always a lot of what ifs, right? So I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. And I said, no, you have to do it. You have to do the hard things, because those things are the ones that are going to make me grow. So same happens with dance. So when you're going through a dance, or through a hard time, that's when you need to stick to it the most. Because after that winter, you're going to say, ooh, I made it. I'm stronger than ever. So, yeah, I remember back in Mexico in 2014, I was dancing with my dear friend and amazing teacher, Bianca Alonso. So the class was at 9 p.m. So I remember that I used to own my own business. I used to have 2 toddlers, small kids. And after putting them in bed, I used to drink a cup of coffee and drive to my dance class. It used to be from 9 to 10:30 p.m. So, was it easy? It wasn't easy. It was hard because it was easy to say, hey, you know what? I don't have time for this. I'm exhausted. I'm a mom. I'm a business owner. I'm a wife. I don't have time for this. So I could have quit easily because I had the reasons to do it, but I didn't. I kept trying. I remember this time that I showed up to my dance class, and my teacher Bianca saw my face. She said, "You look so tired," and I was like, I am. So I remember that no one showed up that night, and she asked me, hey, it looks like you're gonna be the only one tonight, because I think it was Friday night, and she said, do you want to do some yoga? And I was like, yes, please, yes. So we did yoga that night, and it was amazing. It was amazing because I was exhausted. So it's not always easy, even when dance is fun and is something that I really love. It's not always easy to keep dancing. Sometimes it feels heavy. It feels like I cannot do this anymore, So, but that's the point. That's the point of growing, when you keep doing something through hardship, right? So, let me tell you why you should keep dancing. So, you're going to keep moving your body. You're going to keep your coordination, your balance, your musicality. Sometimes you lose those skills if you quit dance, You don't want to lose your technique. You don't want to forget the names of the steps of your dance style. You will feel more confident, because by doing hard things, we get more confident by doing hard things. And we think that we should stick to the easy stuff. And sometimes we have to go through hard stuff to get confidence, right? So we all want to feel confident, but we don't want to do hard things, right? So again, like me doing this right now, this is my first podcast. Probably I'm making a lot of mistakes, I know. And I'm not going to edit this video. So it can be hard at the beginning. The more mistakes we make, the bigger the need to quit is gonna be. And we should do the opposite of what we're feeling. If we're feeling overwhelmed, if we're feeling like I'm not good at this, that's what you need to do, right? Because you're not good at it. So don't make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. For example, when I went through my divorce, it was hard. It was really hard. It was like almost 2 years of this stage. It was physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausting. And I was dancing. That was the only way that I felt that I could keep going. Even when some days I was depressed, sad, that was the way I could get out of that. It doesn't mean that you're gonna feel good overnight. That doesn't happen. It's little by little. You're building this amazing state of mind little by little. Every day. You dance every day. Even if it's just for a couple of minutes at home. You dance and you keep doing it, and you start feeling better little by little, right? So if I had quit dance when I got pregnant the first time, or the second time, or when I moved to Japan, I wouldn't be here right now. And I have met so many amazing people thanks to the dance, the belly dance. So I think that is worth it. It's worth it to keep pushing through. And we all go through hard life events, all of us. We all go through hard things. And that's how life is. I mean, we all have ups and downs, and sometimes we don't share that, we don't talk about that, and we just see people, happy people on social media, and we think that we are the only ones that are going through these hard or adversity moments, and it applies for all of us. We're humans, so our life is never like this, right? It's not like a flat horizontal line. It has a lot of curves, ups and downs, and that's how life works. So we all like summer seasons. We all enjoy when everything is good, and we reject the winter seasons, and we are not aware that it's part of life. So how do you want to approach your winter seasons? With a negative attitude or with a positive attitude? And it's hard to be positive when things are not right. It's very easy to be positive when everything is okay. So we need to go through that and approach the hardship with a positive attitude. It's hard, yeah, it's hard, I know. I've been through hardship, through adversity for the last 5 years. Yeah, and not because you see me happy on social media, it doesn't mean that I'm not going through some stuff. We all are. So keep in mind that what you see on social media is just a little tiny part of the reality. So I like to keep my feet on the ground and think that nothing is perfect in life. But it's up to me to choose the way that I want to respond to the events that are happening out there. Because sometimes we cannot modify, we cannot choose or change something that is happening out there, but we can change everything that is happening here in my body, So that's my advice. Keep dancing, keep pushing through. Even if you don't feel like it, that's the challenge. Do hard things and you're gonna feel more confident, and you're gonna feel better, and you're gonna go through that hard stage faster and easier. So I hope you find this information useful. My English is going to improve little by little. The more I do this, the easier it's gonna be. So remember that we are in Spotify and YouTube, and thank you for being here with me.